Hello, hello. It is late, but I want to share something with you. So you're gonna have to forgive the fact that I'm probably bloated because it's the end of the day. Plus, I'm not quite where I wanna be on my fitness journey yet, but we're working on it, right? So this is really gonna be mainly fitness for beginners. If you're wanting to strengthen your core, without weights, without workouts, without having to do this. You can do this while you're sitting down, if you are at an office job, if you do take walks, if you're standing up cooking, you can do this anywhere. Hey, Stephanie. So this is very simple, and I'm gonna tell you a little secret. My mom actually told me this years ago, but it works, okay? So maybe you know this, and if you know this, let me know. So here's what we're gonna do. Now again, you can do this anywhere you want. What this is gonna do, and I just want to clarify, okay, this is not necessarily gonna make your waist smaller or your belly smaller because one, we can't spot reduce as much as we would love to. Oh, I really would love to, but we can't. So what this is gonna do is going to start training your muscles, and it's so important to have a strong core. So important, okay? Number one, everybody wants like ab muscles, right? But your abs are not going to be prominent, even though like you can have a six-pack underneath, unless we work on the losing weight, if that's something that you are concerned with, okay? So you still need to work out, you still need to have proper nutrition. If you want to have abs, that has been my lifelong battle because I'm like, I'm gonna have that donut over there. So no judgment if you don't care about abs, okay? But I'm finally working on mine. But you will have the strength, and whether you want your abs to be like crazy awesome or not on the outside, it's so important to have a strong core because it helps with your lower back pain. It helps keep you upright. It helps with your posture. Posture is so good because, proper posture is so good because, again, back pain leads to other issues and blah, 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 right? You know all that stuff. So hopefully you know that stuff. So here is the deal. Like I said, you can do this in the kitchen while you're cooking. You can do this while you're sitting down. So if you have a desk job, you can do this, okay? And here's what you're gonna do. Very simple. It's very simple. Who here, if you're watching, knows what a Kegel exercise is? Okay, now obviously Kegel and core are different things, but if you know what a Kegel exercise is, say Kegel, okay? That is essentially what you're doing, but with your abs, okay? So with a Kegel, you know that you can do those exercises and nobody has any clue that you are working those muscles. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. So Kegel exercises, do your Kegels. But this is very similar, but it's with your core, okay? So I'm gonna lift my shirt a little bit so you can kind of see. Again, no judgy wudgies about any bloating or like still fatness that I'm working on, okay? No judgment here. We all love each other, right? But here's what we're gonna do, and hopefully you can see. End of day. Should have done this earlier, like first thing in the morning. But all right, so when you are sitting down or standing up, whatever you're gonna do, what you're gonna do is just contract and hold your abs, okay? You're gonna contract and hold, basically kind of sucking them in, contracting and holding, okay? Think of Kegels for your abs. Abbles, abbles maybe a new name for it. And that's all you're gonna do. And then you let it go. Now, hopefully you can tell I'm contracting, okay? Thanks, girl. So you contract and you can hold for however long you want, okay? But make sure you're breathing while you're holding. You don't wanna be like, and stop breathing, because breathing is important. If you're not breathing, you're dead, okay? Everybody knows this, right? But what's cool is, so like if you do take walks and that is your exercise, then you can do this while you're walking. So that is gonna be helping you lose weight at the same time. If you are at your desk, say you have a desk job, first of all, you wanna make sure that you're working on your posture, proper problem that I have myself, that you don't want to be hunched over, right? Even though it's so much more comfortable to be hunched over for some reason, but that causes so many issues with our back and neck, everything. So you want to make sure you have proper posture, sitting up, your legs are at a 90-degree angle, okay? And look, I mean, hello, Rose, so you can see that, but you can contract your abs while you're, okay? If you are cooking, you're in the kitchen. I'm a cutting stuff. And guess what? I can hold my abs in while I'm doing that stuff because you can move and hold your abs in at the same time. And what that does is makes that stronger, okay? So that's gonna help you with lower back pain. It's gonna really start working on those core muscles. So as you move forward in your health and wellness journey, you're already gonna have like stronger abs. So maybe you're at a place where you're not doing a lot of ab work yet, or like you're doing some, but it's really tough. This is gonna help you because it's strengthening those muscles. Now, bonus tip, you can actually do this with other muscles as well, right? Now, you know, when you squat, your trainer always says, boop, 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 boop. So when you squat, your trainer always tells you to squeeze your butt when you come up, right? Well, why is that? Because when you're squeezing, you're contracting and you're working those muscles. So if you want to get started without a gym, check it out. You can do the same thing with your shoulders. This is a bonus tip, y'all. You're welcome. You can do, so if you do this and hold, you're working your back, your shoulders, you're working those muscles. You can do it like flexing, okay? So if you sit there and hold it, now I know guys do this all the time, right? They just sit around like looking in the mirror like, yeah. But I am actually holding that muscle in, it's working that muscle. So you can do this. So if you don't have any weights and you're just getting started, you don't really know what to do, start flexing and just be ridiculous. Like, enjoy it. Yes, Joe, time under tension. So basically the same thing, okay? So I'm talking to, that's a lot of bloat. But you just wanna hold it, right? Just hold it in. Now, something important to note about the abs, okay? If you have a lot of visceral fat, that's the fat on the outside of your muscles, then that's not gonna go away from contracting your abs, right? This is making your abs stronger and working those muscles. You can build a six-pack and still have the fat underneath it or above it, right? You can have like really strong abs and like really awesome, be cut, but nobody can see it because you have the visceral fat. So that's what's really important, to make sure you're working on your nutrition, make sure you're working on things for fat loss. Like, I love weight training, but we'll get to that another day. But you wanna make sure, because if you're not doing anything else to change your body and you're like doing that part, it is possible that your muscle can push out the visceral fat more. It doesn't make you fatter, but it can make it like more pronounced because you have like, you're building up your muscle, but you're not losing fat. Does that make sense? Our whole point, like what we really want to do is build muscle and burn fat. But this is just a simple way that I wanted to share with you that you can start really working your muscles without having to go to the gym, without having to do crazy workouts and all that kind of stuff. Really get going. And this is something, even if you are working out already, this is something that you can incorporate and just be stronger and stronger. So if you got some value from that, please let me know. Send me some love, tell me that you liked it, and I'll share more stuff with you as we go along in this beautiful relationship. I hope that you got some value and you liked it. Again, if my mom is watching, I get it, Mom, you're right again. Yes, you told me that years ago, and I was like, whatever, but it works. So let me know if you're gonna try it and if you're doing it. And by the way, if you're just getting started with doing that, it's gonna feel really weird and hard at first, because if your muscles are weaker, it's really hard to hold them in. And it can feel like, I know that when I was carrying even 12 more pounds than what I'm carrying now, it felt like I wasn't really doing anything. Like I was holding it in, but it didn't really feel like I was working my muscles. But you are, I promise, okay? And you can just hold it for a second. You can hold it for a couple seconds, hold it for 10 seconds, and you can build that up and do like 10 of those, or just do it throughout the day periodically, just like you would do your Kegels if you're actually doing your Kegels. You're welcome. So let me know again if you got some value from that. I love you guys. I hope you have a fabulous Wednesday, and I'll talk to you later.